Travel with me.
Hey fellow humans, Mina here. Welcome back to another drive-in talk. And sorry if my audio is a bit echoey. I am currently not at home. Well, technically I'm not at home when you're watching this video. I'm currently in Paris watching the Olympics, so that's hella dope. But I'm recording this audio while I'm still in Korea, and I'm in an empty classroom right now, and so since it's empty, it's very echoey, so apologies. But yeah, it's summer vacation for me, so I wanted to read some books that were very summery vibes, some travel-y vibes, just some lighthearted things compared to the darker stuff I've been reading lately, because I'm currently in series jail, rereading the Game of Thrones series. And it's not the lightest of reads, but yeah, so I recently just finished this book. Well, as of recording, I finished it last night, but as the time you're watching this, it's been a little bit. But yeah, the book we're gonna talk about today is Girl Abroad by L. Kennedy. So just a little before we go into the spoiler-ish, not spoilery-free review, little rambly, little all over the place, that's how we do it here. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of the blurb. So here we go. When 19-year-old Abby Bly gets the opportunity to study abroad for a year in London, it's the perfect chance to finally slip out from under the thumbs of her beloved but overbearing retired rock star father. She's ready to be free to discover herself, but first to meet the girls she's rooming with. That is until she arrives at her gorgeous new flat and discovers those roommates are actually all boys. Charming, funny, insufferably attractive boys, and off limits with a rule against fraternizing between housemates after unwanted drama and with the previous girl. Abby has never considered herself a rule breaker, but soon she's lying to her father about her living situation and falling for not one, but two, technically three, that's not in the blurb, men she can't have, her rugby player roommate and a broody musician with a girlfriend, not to mention her research for school has gotten her tangled in deeply hidden scandal of a high nobility family surrounded in secrets on all sides. Is there any hope for Abby finding love, answers, or a future in London? She'll have to decide which rules and hearts might be worth breaking. So, yeah, I'm unsure how I feel about this book. For a romance, this book is everywhere. First of all, she's all over Jack, her roommate, or one of the three roommates. But then as soon as he's out of the scene and Nate, the rock star guy with a girlfriend, is around, she's all about him. Like, she completely forgets that Jack exists. And then when she's with Nate, and when she's with Jack, she forgets that Nate exists. It's a mess. And I'm not feeling the chemistry between either of them. I mean, yeah, they all think each other are hot, but there could be more. And then she's all over Ben, until she's not, who Ben is, I'm going to say he's the third person in this love triangle, but he's always made out he's never the choice, but he's one of the rich people who she's doing a project on, his family for school. But yeah, I'm glad he wasn't in the picture very long. I'm unsure who the author wants us to root for, be it for Abby to be in a relationship with Jack or Nate. And honestly, I'm more interested in Josephine's mystery than the romance, and I love romance books. For context, Josephine is her school project. Abby finds a painting about this woman, and she feels captivated, and she wants to solve who's this mystery woman and who she is, what happened to her, and who she was with, and all that fun jazz. And that plot line was actually pretty interesting. I was pretty invested in that part. As for our main character herself, Abby, she's kind of a bad character, if I'm being honest. I mean, not like bad, like, I'm gonna like burn down a school bad, but like I'll get into it. She loves history and she has a heart for two guys, but that's it. But I get it. She's trying to find herself and admit she doesn't really know who she is, but all the interesting stories happen from other people, like she says. So she's a bad character in a way that she's not really a character. She's just there, I guess. Still, all of the other characters have more personality and development than Abby, and I don't get why her friend back home was included in this story. She's so insignificant, I can't even recall her name. I think it's Eliza. I mean, yeah, it's nice she had friends back home in America, but but her friend's contribution to this book was zero. Even when Abby would finally remember her friend from home and needed her for help, she would contact her and they would talk, and her friend had nothing of value to add. If we really needed to add Abby and the friend's conversation, we could have gave the role to another character. I think Celeste, who she became really good friends with, would have done the job perfectly. Did enjoy the writing though I did get a few chuckles out a few times, like out loud, so props to that. Also, I did enjoy the spicy scenes. I think Kennedy did well with those. I'm also glad to hear a young girl, and this YouTube might not like me saying this, but I'm not monetized, so I can say it. But I'm glad the young girls say dick over cock for once. I'm tired of everyone using the word cock in romances. The people I know in real life don't use cock when talking about a guy's dick. They say dick, myself included. I feel cock is more reserved for dark romance and fantasy genres, but that could be a me and my friends thing. How about you guys, my fellow humans? Do you usually use cock or dick, or do you use something else? Be fancy with your comments and let me know. That said, I still can't believe Abby was so obsessed with these two guys and in love. Literally, she says, I love them, with both of them and everything, right up until like 95% of the book. I feel like maybe she was polyamorous and just didn't want to admit it. I'm not saying Jack and Nate would have been cool with sharing, but Abby's obsession with both of these men was a little frustrating. And I'm not shading polyamory. You want to do that, go for it, but the book clearly wanted Abby to make a choice, and she did in the end, but like, hot damn, it really felt like she would just rather have both of them and be done with it. But maybe that's just me. I'm just used for rooting for one person, and the author usually hints for us to choose which person is usually going to get it in the end with a love triangle, rather than us trying to guess who she will end up with, if anyone. Still, it's not a bad read. It's not the best read, but it satisfied my need for a lighter read after all the dark things I've been reading lately. So, yeah. How about you guys, my fellow humans? Is this a book you've heard of? If you're in a travel mood or for reading things that take place abroad, which takes place in London, by the way, would you read this? Have you read this? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. Anywho, that's all I gotta say for now. If you want to keep hearing more about stuff, be sure to follow me on all your favorite socials. Links below. Stay safe and take care. Bye!